Then y'all don't have to worry about witness. Y'all can see these cars driving by. Y'all can see these cowards shooting people. Put more cameras, Mayor, on these street lights in these black neighborhoods. You know?
My question is, we had all these shootings, and not once on the news did I see a protest party of Black Lives Matter. I mean, I agree with them, Black Lives Matter, but I thought Black Lives Matter to everybody, not only to if the police do us wrong. Yeah. We need to stop saying Black Lives Matter when the police shoot somebody and start trying to convince these young black people that they don't need to be out there killing each other.
Because they raised different. All they see is hate. Their cartoons, their video games, their sports, everything is violent to these kids. They don't... you tell a kid, you ever play with some Lincoln Logs, he gonna look at you like you talking about a dinosaur or something. You know what I mean? These kids don't know what fun is from being little. They grow up in a violent world, and everything they do, they think is fun is violent. Yeah, their video games are violent. Football is violent. But the video game, you know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the parent, though. Go back to
raise your kids right.
And
you right.
You know, as the first topic you said about the mother saying she's a mother and a father. First off, if you the daddy and you see your 12-year-old boy going that way,
right,
grab your son. You know, instead of you spending time doing all this watching football or something else, spend some time with your son. Try to get him his mind right. You know, if it just taking him to the park, shooting basketball with him. If it's just
some are fatherless though. That's the problem. A lot of these kids that
that's why I'm
doing the killings is fatherless.
That's why I'm saying Black Lives Matter has to be more than a group that go out there and protest. Black Lives Matter has to be as when we grew up. We had these people organizing fun things for kids to do.
Right.
Things to get kids away from thinking about I don't have. Help the kids have. You know, the fundraisers.
That's what we like though. What we lack now is organizations like that. Yeah. We lack boys clubs. We lack YMCA's. Even though they exist, they come pricey, and a lot of these people are living in impoverished communities.
And that shouldn't be pricey. It should be as when we was a kid. I think the boys club might have cost us $1.
Yeah. Something crazy like that.
You know, even if it was that, but you was able, and you know, I don't know whose idea was it to combine them both together, which I feel was a dumb idea.
The Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club.
We shouldn't have never
did that. The Girls Club. We had the Girls Club and we had the Boys Club. Keep them separate. Teach the boys how to be young men and how to work on trying to get them ready for when they hit adulthood. Teach the girls how to be women, how to think about more than sex. And if they're going to think about sex, teach them how to use birth control. You know, that's the problem. If parents are scared to say, take this pill. But then they look at them like they done broke the law when they come home and say, Mama, I'm pregnant. Because, Mama, you didn't teach me how to be a woman. You didn't show me what I need to be prepared for. Daddy, I shot this man. Why? Because, Daddy, you didn't teach me the way to go. You didn't grab me, Daddy. You didn't talk to me, Daddy.
Talk to your kids. And if you know they doing wrong, tell on their ass.
Yeah, well,
that's right.
Well, I can speak from experience. My dad, in the earlier stages, he would come to my classroom.
And I whoop y'all ass.
Yeah, and he whooped our I mean,
it's just the way these people ain't.
The wave of kids now, like
well, the big downfall in Omaha that we seen was before they tore the project down. A lot of these little teenage girls was giving them apartments. And they getting pregnant by these thug-ass boys just to hold on to them. And the boys didn't want to be fathers. They didn't even want the girls. They just wanted the sex and hit the road. And so these girls was not raising their kids the way they should have been raised. That's what big downfalls start happening.
I can agree with that 100%. But the problem still remains that we can't necessarily blame the communities. It starts in the home. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's what we said.
But even though we do lack that, man. You gotta understand, it's also has a lot to do with funding.
Right.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
When you say, I understand when you say it starts in the home, because sometimes that father don't have a job, or that mother, if she's a single parent, don't have a job. So this community, and instead of us worrying about our past and how hard it was and what they did, we need to start to try to help each other raise up. We need to start to have community centers that have classes for people to go to learn a little bit more. So when they go apply for this job, they have some more knowledge on.
Well, a lot of these guys, they refuse to start at the bottom. You got to start at the bottom. You ain't gonna get a job where you gonna be instantly rich. Look, when me and your mom was together, and I worked through temporary service just so I could help feed my family. You know what I mean? You gotta do things like that. You know how much I was making? $2-3 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me and my, Bo, Uncle Bo, we'd go out there, we'd do this stuff. It ain't about $15 an hour, $18. It's about having a goddamn job to help feed your family. Then you move on to another job if you find a better one. But you just can't sit around being mad because you ain't working and your kids ain't eating. There's plenty of jobs. Some people just refuse to start at the bottom. You got to.
The problem is this:
money's money.
It's kind of hard to start at the bottom in 2021.
But the
Yeah,
problem
but
is
let me ask you. You just said that. If I'm making $8 an hour and you're not working, who's making money?
You're right.
And then the thing is this. The thing is this, though.
Do I got more money than you?
If you making $15, people say, "Oh, $15 ain't enough." If you making $15 an hour, and if you are a real parent who says, "Okay, I got 3 hungry mouths to feed.
Right.
I'm making $15 an hour. Okay, them Jordans, I don't need. That big old car, I don't need.
I'm keeping my
You
car.
know, you don't need to go out and buy a pair of tennis shoes that cost $200 and then worry about how I'm gonna pay rent
Or how I'm gonna eat.
or how I'm gonna feed my family. Oh, the man is holding me down because he gave me only $15 an hour, and that jersey I wanted cost me $200.
But we talk about this all the time on Sundays. Y'all have, and a lot of people say I have old soul, like
It has nothing to do with
but I'm just telling you that y'all live, and we laugh. Well, I joke with y'all all the time about it. Y'all living in a different time.
No, it ain't
No,
about
we
time.
living in the
We're not
time
talking about
today.
time.
Same shit going on.
We ain't talking about time, you know.
No, but
we talking about.
But this
Family
today's
and-
society is spoiled. $15 an hour. Let me rephrase that. Not that today's society is spoiled. Today's society, houses don't cost $400 to live in anymore. They cost $1,400. I seen a stat today that they
so
said
then
that
that's
the
your
average
question.
home income needs to be around $5,000 to
Okay.
really sustain.
So if that father and that mother are working together
They can do it.
and they make sacrifices on their own to go higher, they will. Okay, maybe you have to say, okay, this job paying me $15 an hour. But you know what we used to do when we was y'all age and we had a job? If that job wasn't paying me enough to make ends meet, I went out and got a part-time job. You know,
And you young folks, if you want a
Exactly.
high paying job, stay in fucking school. Get you a real good education where you can possibly get one of those higher paying
and
jobs.
I know it's hard.
Go to college.
It's
You
hard
know,
for our community to go to college. And
it ain't
stuff
that hard.
because
But some people can do it.
They work against us in society. You know, it's society. There is a system that tries to hold you down as a black man. They don't want you to succeed. But you as that black man, you gotta, don't let them hold you down. Don't let them say to you, all you good for is drinking and smoking weed. Don't let them convince you of that. But in our society today, the younger generation,
They want to
and
live beyond their means.
I'm talking that 20 to 35 age. They want to use oh, I can't get a job, so I'm gonna go get high. All I got is $50. That ain't enough for me to get them Jordans and feed my kids. Girl, you ain't got no food stamps left. We got to change mentally.
Yeah.
We got to change mentally, but you got to, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it to y'all. We living in 2021, and society is not as strong mentally. Y'all had some real hardships in y'all time.
But
We know.
my question to you is, because you say that a lot,
He do.
times are different. I wish you would explain to me that even though when we would, you saying during our time, the pay was different, things was different. Yeah, it's different, but now y'all being paid more money. I started on my
But
job
no,
making,
it's you got to understand. It's called inflation. We're not
And you
being
get
paid
what?
because you still might be thinking you started off at $2 an hour. I started off $15 an hour. Inflation. It's fucking 30 years
so
later.
what's the difference then?
The difference is 30 years later. That's the
No,
difference.
but you keep saying 30 years later, but we advancing. You keep calling us old school.
No,
I
let me
got
tell you
four
what.
goddamn
No,
cars.
no.
Hova got a big ass. You
Well,
know what I mean?
listen, I talk
we
about-
still advancing.
I understand what you're saying,
can't
Pop, but
say-
you also been at your job for how long? Say how long?
Yeah, 32.
You've been at your
Don't
job
say
for
my
32
name,
years.
somebody would be looking for me.
Yeah, the ladies might be, but anyway, 32 years. Anybody working at a job
Yeah,
for
but
32
we
years,
was not making the money we making now that whole 32 years.
You know why? Because you were at your job during inflation, and every time them prices went up, your price went up. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
No, that's not true.
But so what? Okay, so what makes you think now every time inflation go up, your pay wouldn't go up?
I know it wouldn't because, like now they're lowballing everybody to go back to work. Because listen, when I was working, I was making almost, I think it was $19 an hour. Now they're gonna lowball everybody to get back into work, and then the only fucking places is hiring is fast food restaurants. That's the whole point of me starting this, is because I said I refuse to be put
A
back
lot
in
of
the
people.
situation.
So
A
my
lot of
question to
companies
you
are
is this,
hiring.
though.
Yes, sir.
My question is, say they lowballing people,
They lowballing the hell out of people.
and they only paying people $15 an hour.
I'll take it.
So let me do the math on that. Do I want to make $15 an hour, or do I want to make $0 an hour?
See, that's the old school mentality.
That is not an old
That's
school
old
mentality.
school.
That's
That's
about
survival.
survival. Exactly. See, he took the word out of my mouth. I was finna say.
It's survival.
Y'all don't get it. Young change. What's the next topic?
Well,
What's the next topic?
We was talking about the young man. I mean, we
Okay.
was talking about the young men and what we got to do better in the community. And I don't know how we kind of jumped off subject, which is
We
fine.
need
Well,
now, as you said, but we need help.
Yeah.
We need the city to, like you say, help up with community centers, so
So do
you
you-
can get people with the knowledge to come. So if this young man or young woman say, I want to do better in my life, but yes, I dropped out of high school, or yes,
I got a better question for y'all that I always ask on the show, and I'm like an advocate for it. So, do y'all believe in PTSD? People growing up in the hood. Do you believe people growing up in the hood have PTSD?
Nope.
And I'm talking about standard,
Nope.
just post-traumatic
Nope.
stress disorder from
Nope.
being. All right, so imagine how these the 13-year-old boy that died and the 15-year-old boy that died. Imagine how their friends feel.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's normal to them.
Death is death.
No.
No, it's not
No,
normal
no,
to
death
them.
is not death.
It ain't normal to
Thing-
them.
Death is not death though.
But
Death
the thing
is,
is this:
you don't
No.
expect a 13-year-old to die
No,
like that.
no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if
You're
somebody
right.
died, them kids
But-
gonna feel
but I
bad
think-
that person
I
died.
don't think that by unless that kid
They ain't
was
going
old
through no
and kid
PTSD.
when he died, I don't think that forever that's gonna be on him. I think that at some time in his life, as we grew up and people we knew were killed, and we looked at him and say, "Oh wow, he's dead. Let's go play some basketball."
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, he's dead. Oh, let's
Oh
go.
hell no! Ain't nobody
We did.
thinking that way.
We did.
We did.
Well, let me tell you what the problem with that is as you say that.
Don't mean we loved our friends though.
All right, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it affected y'all mentally. And you know what? Baron Davis was talking about this. Listen, Baron Davis was talking about this on All the Smoke the other day, and he was talking about how as black people growing up in the hood, it's normal. Like what you just said was, it's normal. Oh, my friend died. Let's go play basketball.
But you know what? That's another thing. Y'all need to be reprogrammed. All this, the hood shit. We never called our neighborhood the hood. Really.
I understand.
The hood sounds dangerous and shoot 'em ups. You got to change, put it back to a community or our neighborhood. Y'all done took hood from neighborhood.
How can you do that when neighborhood? How can you do that when people was getting shot up?
People getting shot up down in certain areas. That don't mean everywhere black people live is called the hood.
No, you don't live in the hood. You live in the fucking.
I live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But
that's what I'm saying. Every places black people live is not called the hood. Y'all need to reprogram yourself. The boys where they got shot, that's not the hood. That's a neighborhood.
No, that was a bad neighborhood.
No, it's still it's a neighborhood.
But you know what's going to help if people really want things to change? Just like he said earlier. People sitting on the porches watching this violence go down. And the first thing they say when somebody say at police, did you see anything? Oh no, I happen to be bending over at the time.
Well, that's called, to me. That's what I'm trying to say. As a people, a lot of our people, we live by a certain code, and the code means no. The code is violence is okay. The code is violence is okay, and that's what needs to change.
That's why I say.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I say you need to reprogram to call a neighborhood hood.
Black Lives Matter people. Why ain't they
advocate for Black Lives versus Black Lives? See, Black Lives Matter. I agree, but Black Lives Matter. They need to come up with a Black versus Black matters.
Black Lives Matter, and then just have a time when they ain't trying to go after the police. Go after the gangs. Come on TV, have your protest and say we protesting black on black violence.
I can agree.
We want all the violence of killing our young black men, our women. We want it all.
Get up to that mayor's office and demand cameras on these damn streets, on these black neighborhood streets. And I said black neighborhoods, not streets. They need to do that. Put more cameras so
they can't see.
And why is it that?
That's just about programming.
Why is it that a police? Why is it that a police can pull me over for driving 5 miles over the speed limit, but ain't never around to catch these drive-by shooters?
Yeah. That's a good question, and I'm glad you said that, Dad. I would like to piggyback that and discuss this. Young man was sleeping in his car, just taking a nap in a park. Police pulled him out of his car, guns drawn. This is the picture right here, just in case you haven't seen it. Guns drawn. It's all on video because somebody was videotaping the police officer knocking on the dude window. So as he knocked on the dude window, he wound up pulling his gun out, pointing at him, threatening him, slammed him on the ground, handcuffed him, all because this black man was taking a nap. And that's a good point, Dad. As we say, our people is worried about the wrong shit, so is the police. The police is worried about the wrong things as well, because there ain't no way you can convince me a black man just sleeping in his car was a threat to anybody.
Well, you got tons of racist cops, and they gonna stay racist until the police department take them out of the police department. Not retrain them. They need to be gone. Because once you racist, you racist. These cops.
They not the ones that's wrong though. It's the cop that watches them do wrong and
let them get away with it. Don't say nothing.
Paul said, "What's up, love y'all."
All right, Twan, love you too, son.
All right,
but I ain't gonna tell on this cop. So you're not a good cop.
Homeboy mine said it takes a village. You was right. It takes a village. Absolutely, the village is missing. So I mean, I don't think we ever, as I'm about to say something that might strike a chord with some people. I don't think we have ever been in cahoots as black people. We have never, ever since Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, during the walks with Rosa Parks and all of those things, we're not there anymore. We've been split up as a community, and that's the problem.
But that you can't You
We've
have to
been
bring
divided.
that.
Well,
It's like I say about Omaha Day and our family. I keep saying it's time for the torch to be handed down. The grandmothers and the great
I get what you're saying.
grandmothers don't need to be the ones doing all the organizing,
All the cooking.
all the cooking. They the ones need to be sitting in the lawn chair, laughing at the grandkids and great grandkids play and fall and bump their head. But my generation ain't. Now I'm not making an excuse because we did the same thing.
I was about to say, I feel like y'all skipped too, right?
We dropped the ball too because when we had the mad dads and stuff, we let them go the wrong way. Instead of people getting in that organization and keeping them on the straight and narrow, so we couldn't keep everybody going the right way, we dropped the ball too. You know, but you need to re-establish the Mad Dads. I seen something about a bunch of fellas trying to do good.
and Big Brothers too. They used to have Big Brothers when we was little.
Big Brother program.
Yeah, they was really nice for some of these fatherless kids.
Mr. Smith, you're right. We haven't really been in cahoots with each other, and I feel like it starts there. And trust me, and like even hypothetically speaking, and I have to speak for example, even this show was created to give black people a platform to speak. And all the black people that's been on my show, this is shout out to my father, shout out to my uncle for being on the show. The whole point of this show is to give a platform with some people that got some sense that it ain't got nothing to do with education. It got something to do with just life experiences, and that's what the smartest dumb people are supposed to be about. I'm sorry, Pop. Go ahead.
But you seem to be forgetting that when you say the black people ain't together, black people are still together. There's just bad apples in it, just like with the police department.
Sound like
The black communities ain't going out shooting up the streets. There's a handful of black kids doing it. So black people are still together.
No, that don't mean they together. That just mean they ain't criminals.
No, black people still
All
party
right.
together. Black people like the picnics. Carter Lake be full of families.
All right, so let me speak on you, for example.
And we can walk through, everybody say hi, you know.
As my father, this is just the host of me, I guess. I got to call my dad out on some things. So, Dad, when you say that, I'm trying. This is my father. I'm trying, but I got to treat him like he's a guest. So, when you say that, only thing you do to help the community is stay to yourself and be peaceful. So, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, because I don't do shit. Like I'm up for an award for being one of the people that help the community, and I'm like, all I do is give a platform, but technically I really don't. I'm not in the community like I should be. I'm not doing the groundwork. I'm not what they call it. I'm not out there stepping. I'm not helping the community. All I'm doing is stand out the way and not being a virus or a fungus to the community. I'm not doing anything treacherous to hurt the community.
Right.
Yeah, as you are, but in order to be in cahoots, Dad, you got to do more than just sit on the couch and not go outside.
No, I buy from black businesses. I buy.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, well, right there.
You're right.
You as you want your platform to sell. When they have them gatherings where they have little parks where they give away Halloween candy to the kids, so you can pull up your car.
You remember Candyman?
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say Candyman. I like Candyman.
But 3 people ain't gonna do it. You need everybody. I ain't saying smart people. I'm just saying concerned people. You need people who look in the mirror and say, I need to try to help make a difference. You need people to say, enough. I'm tired of watching bullets fly by me in the neighborhood.
Right.
You need these.
Them the ones got to step out first.
They
That's
don't-
happening
they
in their
don't- They don't
neighborhood.
have to run to the police at that time. But if we all run together at that time and everything, and we all start to grow at that time, I don't care how many gangs running around there, they're not going to kill everybody. Sooner or later, they're going to start to say, hey, I don't really like this killing. I want to be this when I grow up.
Right. That's why I say
I'm
talk to
pretty
your
smart.
kids. You
I
should
wanna
know what
be
your
a
kids
doctor,
do.
a lawyer, but I need somebody just to pull me back and say, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if your son, and you know if your son's going the wrong way, ain't no parent, they be in denial. My kid is this.
That's what I see it.
But in the back of the head, they saying, come on now. You lying to Herbie.
Mm-hmm.
You know that boy bad.
He ain't working. Where he getting these Jordans from? Where he getting all this money? You know what your kids are doing.
And she think he's selling snow.
Yeah. You know what your kids doing. Like I said, I'll tell on their ass. It's my kid.
Well, I think we did good for our Father's Day special.
Well, good. I'm glad to be a part of it.
I'm mad that we didn't get more topics to chop it up with y'all.
Well, don't you turn it off? We done?
Y'all don't want to be done? I got topics for y'all.
Give us one more topic. We got 5 more minutes.
You sure you want this topic? All right, let's do it.
Man, you can't hit it.
All right, let's do it. And this is topic from last week, but I would love to have this conversation with some real older cats that know what they talking about, some men that take care of their women, that know how to take care of a woman. All right, so the post is, a man is supposed to be a provider. If you splitting the bills 50-50 with your man and y'all stand together, that is not your boyfriend or man, he's your roommate. So tell me this, as a man, that we all been married on this panel, should a man be 50-50 with his woman, or should a man, I said in my opinion, a man should do 60-40 at least. I've always tried to do better.
I'd say 50-50 if she's able to. Like my wife don't make as much money as me, so I do a little more. But if she was, you go 50-50.
If you're a married couple,
yeah.
And first off, if you able to take care of that household, you shouldn't look at your wife and say, baby, I want you to pay half of everything. If you making enough money to take care of your family and your household, your wife is just supposed to be that safety net. She's supposed to be there to catch you if it come up and you say, baby.
Use a damn lie. What's she doing with all the money she saving? Use a damn lie. Go with that bullshit. Her ass 50-50.
I was gonna let her run with it.
Shit. You doing everything, she just pocketing her damn money in the bank?
She putting it in the bank with both of y'all.
No, that ain't what you said.
I'm saying, but you ain't.
Shit, that's in her bank account.
How you looking
shit,
at
y'all need more shit. She rich as
How you looking at your woman and say, I love you and you are my future, but you better have half of that rent.
Shit, easy. I love you. You my future.
First debate.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yes. You sound crazy.
Say, if she's able and she wants to, and you can't handle it on your own.
50-50.
If you can handle it on your own, then she should be saving y'all money, her money for y'all.
You can save your own damn money.
Why should that woman, if you can handle it, what kind of job that you having her have?
A marriage is a partnership.
What about the kids?
A marriage is a partnership. We ain't talking about kids.
A marriage is a partnership. That's break down what's a partnership.
It's both of y'all working together. It ain't me doing everything and she pocketing her damn money.
So my question is this: when the man proposes to the woman, right? Is that man saying to that woman, "Hey, would you be my partner, or would you be my roommate? Would you be my 50-50? Now I will marry you."
How you gonna say
that? Wait a minute, hold on. I will marry you if you got half the rent. If you can't handle half the rent.
No, when y'all become a partnership, that's automatic. You know you gotta pay rent. If she's working, bam, here's my share, baby, here's your share. That's it. That's right. How you sound? You trying to say you wasn't getting nothing from Debbie?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
your wife
is your uncle?
I never expect. It's just like if I take a woman out to dinner.
That's different.
That's different.
I mean, 50-50. No, let's get back to 50-50 in the home is cool.
Okay.
But you can also do extra shit for your woman on your own. Take her to dinner, movie, and she don't have to buy shit.
Say that ain't
but
your
house
woman.
shit.
That ain't your woman.
50-50.
You ask a woman to go to dinner. Are you expecting half her?
No,
to pay half?
that's different. No, that's a date.
Hey,
If I ask a woman out, it's on me.
What if the woman say to you, "Let's go see a movie"?
It's on me. Even if she asked,
Why?
because I'm a gentleman like that.
Okay.
But they ain't got nothing to do with living together, 50-50 bills. How you sound?
I agree with Pop.
I don't. I
Are
think.
we
I
getting
don't
any
agree with-
negative shit on that?
No, just your daughter. She said, would you ask if the woman proposed marriage, should she be considered a partnership? So basically, she said
It's a partnership no matter what, but I don't think that you as a man should figure, okay, in this partnership, if you can't, what if she can't bring her half?
Then you cover for her. That's all. That happens.
Then why you ain't
That's a
covering
man.
for it all time? Why you ain't
What
got
the
her?
fuck?
at
Why
all
she
time?
gotta pocket her shit?
Why you ain't that net for her?
I am that net for her. If I said she ain't got her share and I cover it for her, that's a net, ain't it?
that's a bad.
No. Because if you could, I ain't saying that if you take all your money and pay all the bills, pay the note, and you got $5.
That's what's gonna happen. Shit, how you sound? We paying all the bills.
That. But if you make enough money to take care of your family, don't look at your woman and say,
Where's your half?
"Where your half?"
Hey,
You know, but
if
she ain't supposed to take that money
if her
waste that money.
if her damn last name Johnson like mine, that's half.
Period.
Period.
All right. So before we get out of here, I would love to get some predictions on basketball real quick. We got to talk a little sports. Who do you think will win tonight?
See, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Our mentality is, we over here, we talking about
Life.
things that's going on. And your mind said, we got to talk some sports.
Well, I got y'all here. I wanted to. I got
Why
you.
we got to talk some sports? Why we can't talk?
Can we talk sports on Sunday?
We talk sports.
You
You
look
just
like
talk
you
about
enjoy
this.
yourself too
That's
much.
in the basement. Wait till the basement come on. Then we talk
It
sports.
says the basement. Come on.
But right now, we ain't talking sports.
I want to say it before I go.
He took us off.
For Father, you took us off.
No.
We done. I just want to say.
That's just a video plan for my video.
I just want to say for Father's Day that I don't never ask my kids for nothing because I think they are the best presents that God had gave me. So I don't need anything from them. I'm just glad that they give me life because they don't stress me out there doing drugs and out there stealing and getting shot at. And my daughters are not out there hoeing and having all kinds of babies by different guys, you know. They make life easy for their father, and I appreciate everything they
Damn,
do.
bro,
I
I
love
ain't
my
gonna
kids.
say that.
My son Maurice, love you. My son Dude, I love you. My son Antoine, I love you. My son Terrence, I love you. My daughter, my oldest daughter Niecy, I love you to death. My second daughter Turquoise, you know I love you to death. My daughter Ebony, I love you to death. All y'all is
Don't forget Twan.
I said Twine.
Okay.
Y'all a great gift to me, and I love y'all, and thank y'all just for being my kids. Happy Father's Day to me.
I'm gonna say this and this is
He having too much fun.
to
Yeah,
them
he
young
enjoyed
kids
it.
out there who don't have no money to buy their parents a Mother's Day gift or a Father's Day gift. Draw them a picture. Tell them how much you love them.
Grown ass man supposed to draw
A kid.
Say
A
kid.
kid.
Okay.
Now,
This ain't a PG
if
show.
you old enough to take me to McDonald's, hey, I ain't gonna say no. But I have came to the realization
home.
that Father's Day is really a day. Mother's Day is a day that counts.
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day
Oh my God.
is the day, just a day.
What the hell are you
And
talking about?
it is. Why you think, as we said, sports, why you think every time they go in, they love your mom. They never say love your dad. Hey, it's your job to take care of them kids. And they show you love by doing the right thing. But you have to do the right thing. You have to be there to show them which path to go down. You can if they don't got you there to show them the right road, you're gonna visit them in jail.
You ain't getting no more topics, man.
All right,
Time to
no.
go.
So listen, This is the end of the show. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. This is the Smartest Dumb People. I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson.
I have one more thing to say before we get off here, because he said that little thing. And me, myself, when I was younger, yes, I have used the N-word.
Oh, my God.
But to all the viewers out there who think that life should be better for them and they want to change, start off by stop using the N-word.
Please.
Start off by, when you look in the mirror,
Please.
you don't see the N-word.
Dad, you can't
You
get up and
see a
leave
proud black man,
Y'all gotta let me close
black
the show out.
woman. Do what you got to
Love you,
do.
Pop. Love you.
But do
Listen.
not be.
All right,
Wow.
so obviously he gonna be like LV today. This is the end of the show. This is Smartest Dumb People. I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. Got my Uncle Roosevelt here, my father, Anthony Johnson. Thank y'all for stopping through.
I tell you, don't say my
Thanks,
name.
Pop.
man. Say my name.
Y'all have a great show. I mean, y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all at 8 o'clock. This is the Smartest Dumb.